Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. And I'll quickly turn this light away from me because it's a bit annoying. But hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. And welcome to your daily update on Bitcoin. We'll do a full update. I mean, overall, we had a bit more bearish momentum than I anticipated. All right, I thought it was the weekend, and that we would just have some sort of a stable sideways movement like we've had most often in the weekends. For example, if you take a look at this, this is very often what a weekend is like. But no, it was wrong. I mean, in general, last week we saw a lot of selling already, of course, and that was also with a lot of ETF inflows. So what you saw is that there were a lot of ETF inflows, and then Bitcoin itself was sold off a lot, and Bitcoin itself even dropped down a bit here. So what that means is that in the weekend there's no ETF inflows, and if the selling continues, we might drop down. So that kind of happened, but overall, I mean, today, or at least this morning, we also saw a little bit of a bounce. You can see, for example, right here, that we are seeing some bidding. All right, the open interest is oh, this is the 5 minute. Wow. No, the open interest is by far not as high as it was. All right, so I'm not telling you Bitcoin is all of a sudden bullish. To be completely honest, we had a bearish breakout, a pretty big one yesterday evening. So if we purely technically think about Bitcoin right now, I would say it's more bearish than bullish on the short term. But the thing is, and that's quite interesting to see, is that obviously Monday to Sunday is that whole time period. It is a day where quite often you see some sort of a reversal or some sort of momentum to build up. And that could very well be bullish as well. I mean, you can see right here this morning, for example, it's very minimal, but the open interest is going up. And if something like that continues, like if we look at this and we zoom in a bit more, if you look at a structure like this in terms of the open interest, if this can continue to do something like this, then we might actually get some bullish momentum. Bitcoin might break back above 67,000, which is the main level it broke down below. And then all of a sudden, we're not necessarily bullish, but we are neutral, all right? And when Bitcoin is neutral, when Bitcoin is consolidating, altcoins can rally. So that's interesting, and that's just something, again, we just have to await, all right? Right now, if I purely think about the technicals, I would say it's most likely we'll drop down lower towards this support level right here at 63 and 62,000. Major support level, 200 EMA, 382 FIB, previous support level. So we'll drop down to that level, and from there we'll see again. But we have a better chance to find support at such a strong technical level. So that's what I would say if I purely think about the technicals. If I purely think about the fundamentals, I would be in the middle, kind of, because we have the Bitcoin halving coming up, which is bullish, but at some point of time before the halving, we'll also get some sort of a sell the news effect probably, or at least that's a possibility. So then I would also say this. So in general, I think if you look at the market structure and you still look at the open interest and where it's at right now, which is much lower than it was Friday, that just says a lot. And if you look at that, then you would say, well, all right, well, we've lost momentum. We had a technical bearish breakout. It's most likely we'll drop down lower. And then if we don't gain any strong momentum from 62,000, we might even drop down all the way to 60 and 59,000. That is what I, at this point of time, still think is most likely. Now, would I short Bitcoin? Definitely not. All right. In general, I am still bullish on the markets. And like I said, if this open interest today continues, which is 100% realistic, then what Bitcoin will do is Bitcoin will reclaim 67,000, and then we're just consolidating here. And that's quite bullish, right? If Bitcoin is consolidating and the Bitcoin dominance has been quite weak quite often in the last period of time, we could be max buying altcoins before you know it. So yeah, no, short term, purely objectively, purely rationally thinking about it, it's most likely we'll drop down lower. But I would mostly prepare for a further drop, but I would be ready for a bullish breakout and reclaim as well. So check that out. Just keep an eye on that. Wait for the next 24 hours if we can get some sort of open interest gain, if we can get some sort of a bullish breakout, etc., and then you'll know more. But that's what you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.